morning. First task of today is to get our plumbing here to the correct slope that it needs to be. In the last video, you saw me install all of this. I started out trying to get it to the correct slope, which is 1/4 inch per foot for the piping. And I decided that was going to take way too long and there's going to be a lot of back and forth. And so I went with just installing everything. Now the way I dug the trenches, they are sloped a little bit. So we're on the tail end here. So the highest spot of the trench, and it's pretty high over here. The pipe over here actually isn't even close to the bottom of our footer, whereas down there it's sitting right down in the bottom of the footer. So I know I have a slope, but I haven't checked it. So that's what we're gonna do. I got the clean fill dirt that we're gonna put in around the pipe, and we're gonna get the level out and prop it up and pop it up where we need to, and that fill dirt will kind of go in underneath and we'll get everything squared away. It shouldn't take too long. And after that, we're gonna work on the next thing that we need to get done before we could pour our footers, and that will be, well, I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet, but I think it'll be quite interesting to of a task to get done. So let's go ahead and get started on this and move on to that next thing. I almost forgot, I gotta do a little job here before we actually slope and level out the pipes. And that is, I've got to wrap the pipes that go through the footer with this stuff. And actually, I don't have to. It's something I'm going to do. I called the inspector to see what kind of sleeves they require on the sewer pipes. They actually don't require any here. They only require water lines to have sleeves, which we already did that, so we're good there. So normally, a sleeve is a larger diameter pipe over your smaller diameter. So he said it's not required, but I'm gonna go ahead and, this is like 1/4 inch foam that I'm gonna wrap these pipes that go horizontally through the footer to just, I guess, just for some extra insurance, give it a little bit of cushion. It's just in case there's any kind of movement in the ground, in the slab. If we have like a real bad freeze or something and stuff wants to heave a little bit, I'm hoping this might help a little. I don't know. Not a plumber, but I read in the comments in our last video that there's some plumbers that watch this video. So let me know, you guys. Is this in vain or is this a good idea? I'm gonna go ahead and do it either way right now. So, I mean, you can't stop me yet anyway. All right, here we go. So I just taped a block to the 4-foot level here. This block is equal to 1 inch. And I've got our 6-foot level with a block that is 1.5 inches. So that is gonna help us to get our slope. We put this on the uphill side, this end on the downhill side, and if you get the bubble in the middle, then you got your slope there, or your drop of 1/4 inch per foot. So I got one for each level, 6-footer and the 4-footer. That's gonna help us out a lot. Oh, let's see. Oh man, we're just a hair. What is that? Maybe a 1/16, eighth of an inch too low. But man, it's so close.
Just a little bit then.
Yeah. Says it can go up just barely. that look like?
When your soul is lonely, sad and blue, ain't got no loving shoulders to lean on, there's always a sunny side across the river. Take a ride, take a swim, and all your worries go away. Go cross the river and you'll be fine. Go counting winners, right down the line. You'll be alright,
Yeah.
sunny side.
Nice and loose though.
I was taking
It's like sand.
I keep getting my sandals.
Well, they're sandals. They're for sand, right?
Dad, I keep thinking of funny things like, well, if sandals are made, aren't they supposed to be made out of sand?
Or are they made for the sand? We got another line done. You saw me there using a broom to sweep the top of the pipe off and using a crowbar to help lift up the pipe. It was just easier that way, something with a kind of a hook. Just stick in there, turn to get it under the pipe and pop it up. We are looking good. We only have one line left to level, and I don't know, we may not even show you that because it's all kind of the same. So this is the line that is left, not too long. The one that Logan just helped me do turned out really good. And the main one, this really long 4-inch, it was mostly me and Natalie. That one was very difficult. We kind of messed up towards the end. We didn't show it, but we had to kind of dig the dirt back out to get the pipe to drop back down and kind of redid it. But it's done now. Clean out going out and the pipe going to the kitchen sink. So the sun is going down. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, turn it on.
All right, it's the next day. We are filling up our sewer lines with water. We finished leveling off that third run, I guess you could call it. We put in a test plug down at the bottom so all the water doesn't run out, obviously. And the reason we're filling this up with water is to kind of give it some weight so it doesn't move or shift as we maybe gets bumped, as we move around and do other projects. We just want it to stay in place. So adding water to this will give it some extra weight so it will stay in place and we don't have to level again.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. Good. Since it was your idea.
Yeah, this way we'll see if there's any leaks too, which we kind of want to know that in advance.
That would be good to know.
Ready for you. Stacy.
She got it. And he's a gunner. Good job, Daddy!
Down that under the concrete form. These are the old concrete forms that we used to form up our root cellar walls with, and we're getting ready to put them back in, all on the inside. We're going to spread them out, and this is what is going to hold up the roof of the root cellar for when it comes time to pour our slab. So we want to get this done next. We got 4 walls. We're going to get them all spread out in there, brace them, and then we got some roofing metal that we're going to put across the top of them. These are going to help support it up. I don't think, well, not confident that this will be enough to hold them up, but we'll put some extra framing under there later. For now, we want to get this covered, and we want to do this before the footers are poured because we don't want the concrete from the footers to accidentally flow over the wall and end up making a mess down in the root cellar. So we're going to get this all buttoned up as best we can, and that is our next task. Set it down on the other side. Pretty good. Okay. All right. I can take my hat off now, so I look all right?
You look amazing.
Thanks. It's the only mirror I got. We don't own any other ones.
I don't know about that.
All right, now the question is, am I skinny still? Belt buckle. Those
There
are
you
12
go.
inches on center, by the way, so don't judge.
That's what I was gonna say. Okay.
There's a hole right there. Oh man, does that barely fit?
Yay! Does it? Oh, you're crooked.
It does. I think it does. Oh, we are golden.
Nice.
I was afraid that wasn't going to work. Yay, we won this one time. Good job.
Well, we won twice. We made it past the elephant and we made
Oh.
it past the other. That's 2 wins.
2 and 1.
Yeah.
Go my favorite sports team. Too much. Go back just a little bit more. Stop. Got it. Got it. Here's the plan. I'm not gonna stand these other 2 walls up yet because they're gonna get in my way. The plan is to build and weld together the frame right here that is gonna be the opening for the elevator. So I got these 2 walls up so that frame, the edge of the frame could sit on that, and the other edge is gonna sit on the concrete wall back here to help support it up. I'll pick up the elevator and get it braced up high up here so that I have something to go off of so I can weld this together right and square. So that's the plan with that. Then once that's done, I can go ahead and put these other 2 walls up, and then we could go ahead and do the metal roofing, and we can run the electrical on it. And we'll stop right there. However, we're going to be back in here at some point because I'm going to add 2 more walls inside here to basically, there's going to be a wall 12 inches on center every foot, right? So lots of support because we're just using metal roofing. That's not made for holding 6 inches of concrete.
You got it.
That's a heavy one.
It is very heavy.
It's heavy. Get that tall one. Oh. Oh, come on.
There you go.
Just so everyone knows, this is some hefty angle iron. It's 3/8 thick. Okay, it's looking pretty good. We've got a bunch of clamps on here with some shims to help with the spacing between the platform and the framework that we're putting around it so that it hopefully doesn't rub when it's in full operation. We also shimmed up underneath on 3 of the corners to help level it out, and it is level. So we're ready to weld it. I'm gonna grab the welder and we're one step closer to done with this. I think it's time to explain what is going on right here. Before that though, just so you guys know, the water pipes are holding the water. There are no leaks in our plumbing, which is awesome. And that's ready to go. That's ready for inspection. Now, I did a few things here to the opening for the elevator. A couple things you saw me do earlier. I welded on some little tabs on the back and put some bolts into the wall because I don't want this opening moving at all during the rest of the time that we're going to be working on top of this and covering it with the sheet metal. Now, this right here is an idea I got from those of you who have commented on our elevator videos. You gave me some really good ideas of how to make this elevator run smoother. And you might have noticed that when it was sitting up here, it was kind of tilted forward just a little bit. And so your ideas with my own little twist should help level that out a little bit and also should help with the up and down of the elevator. I'm not going to get into it all the way because that could be for another video when I actually finish this thing. But I created this little bump out here, and the idea is another piece of unistrut is going to go down in here. I'm going to get another set of rollers and attach them to the sides of the elevator, and it's going to help it a lot more, I think. So I'm getting that all modified and fixed now because I won't be able to do it later, or at least not as easily. So this side is pretty much done, and now I just have to do the same thing over here to this side.
Before Jacob gets back to work, we just wanted to thank all of you for watching and for those of you who stay till the very end. We really appreciate it. It helps the YouTube algorithm, helps our channel to grow. Liking, subscribing, leaving a comment, all of those things really help us, and we're so grateful for all of you.
It gets our name out there into the YouTube world a lot better.
Yes.
And we want to continue to grow as a Boulder Life here
Yes.
on YouTube. One more thing, you guys, some of you have really good ears or really good at listening. Our last week's video, a few of you commented that you were wishing for Natalie to get well, and even though she never told anyone that she was ill, you could, I guess, hear it in her voice, which I thought was pretty amazing because I couldn't tell. You know, she was pretty much over it by the end of that video.
Yeah.
But she then she likes to share so much that she gave it to me too, even though I said I didn't really want it. But
the cold went from me to him, so we had a couple days that we were kind of down and out and recovering from that. So this video was just a few days of work since we had a few days down. So
yeah,
we got a good amount accomplished.
I think so. I mean, this isn't easy stuff. It was a challenge getting the pipes level, and of course welding something like this is always challenging and takes time, but we're missing I guess a couple days of work in this video, so we appreciate y'all for sticking with us. Now let's finish this up.
Yeah.
Finish welding this little notch over here, and we'll see you guys in a week after that.
We'll see ya.